like I said, I just dropped by to say, hey, I miss y'all. And I miss the band a lot. But anyhow, every once in a while I just say, I gotta go to the store. Listen to these guys. I can't hardly sing anymore, can't hardly think anymore, and all that stuff. But I sure know what's good. This is good. Seeing y'all, it's such a delight. We still very proud of our show, the Dukes of Hazzard. You know, it's amazing. And I figured earlier, we've been doing this for the Cooter's place for over quarter of a century.
That's right, yeah.
26
years.
26 years we've been doing this. And I was old when we started. But anyhow, it's a show. The show goes on forever because it should. It's like the old cowboy movies I grew up with. They don't grow old. You know, good guys win, nobody gets hurt, a lot of great action. Always pretty rancher's daughter. We had the prettiest rancher's daughter in the history of show business with Catherine Bob. So all those things work, and so that really is a permanent thing. Doesn't go away. You can turn on Roy Rogers and Gene Autry right now, and it doesn't age. So we age, but the show doesn't. And we've had just so much fun here. And I think the reason our show lasts is because it's a clean show. It's a good family show. There's no profanity. There's no real violence. I mean, you know, you swing, you always miss a guy about 3 feet and he falls over. Worst kind of car wreck you'll ever see, you fall off a cliff and have, you know, a truck land on top of you. I'm okay. So, and it's what, and the families realize that nobody gets hurt and the good guys win, and nobody's bleeds. And it's like the old shows I grew up with, Gene Autry and Roy Rogers, back in, when I was a kid, back in the 19th century, whatever it was. But we didn't have electricity, but as we got a little bit older, we could go downtown in Portsmouth, Virginia, and see those old westerns that they come on Saturdays. Saturday matinees, they'd have a cartoon, and they have the newsreels, of course, you know, and then they'd have previews of the upcoming shows, and then they'd have some cartoons, and then they'd come on with a double feature, and the first one would be somebody like Lash LaRue or Whip Wilson or somebody like that. The Durango Kid, I liked him, okay. But then the second show would be the big deals. I mean, these are the guys. Roy Rogers, Hopalong Cassidy, and my hero, Gene Autry. Man, I mean, I still feel that way about it. And they sort of taught us right from wrong. You know, they always did the right thing under any circumstances. They were fearless too, you know. They'll jump in there and fight 25 bad guys at one time. And they always did the right thing. They always made the right moral choice. They didn't make a big deal out of it, but for us little kids, we knew why they were called the good guys, because they did the right thing. And I think the Dukes of Hazzard has a little bit of that. There's very little of that left anymore. We keep on riding cars and having fun and chasing Daisy Duke around the boards. It's a lot of fun, actually. But anyhow, thank you for coming. And come back, we'll drop in every once in a while. But
you wanted to talk about Rick?
Huh?
Did you want to talk about Rick?
Yes, I did. Our cast was very close. Over the years, we've lost a few members of the cast. Denver Powell passed some years ago, and then Charlotte Book died kind of young, really. He was the one who played Boss Hogg. And then Jimmy Best, who played Roscoe, passed some years back, not that long ago. But the rest of us had gone on along, and And as years go by, you do something like that, and we realize how people still love it. We've gotten closer, and I don't know, it seems like a couple of weeks ago now that we lost a fellow who was very, very popular when he came here. He was beloved here, and he loved coming here. We loved him coming. And he played Cletus on the show, and that was Rick Hurst. And Rick at the age of 79. And who we lost? The other great loss for me was my brother. He was my next. The brother that was older than me, and he loved coming down here and doing this. He was retired from the railroad. My brother Steve, but to me he was Bubba. And about every family down south has got a Bubba. And Bubba started on a railroad when he was 16. We grew up on a railroad in a section house. And he took to it and started off working at extras when he was 16, 17 years old, fudged his age, and retired as a train master for a whole division of the Norfolk and Western. And he just passed. We go back to those shows down at Virginia Theater in Portsmouth, Virginia, those double features. Anyhow, so time passes, and our show is now, how old is the show? We started filming, it came on the air in January of 79. That's how long that's been. 21 plus 25, 46. I was just a child actor when I started. But anyhow, it keeps on going. And that's sort of the end of the sermon now. It's because it's a world the way the world ought to be. People making the right moral choice, trying to do the right thing, sticking their neck out for other people, you know, and that's never going to get old. And
You want to do it?
I do. I want to do a duet, and then Alvin's going to fetch me.